really just need to sign up.
No, they just need to accept the meeting, and that one in Pittsburgh is incorrect. That was from last class. So I'm not a morning person whatsoever.
So you couldn't do it, is what you're saying?
Not do Friday. Unless I had a virtual trainer, but I was meeting there. Like, and where I would feel like super guilty.
Yeah.
I'm very much a night person.
I'm asleep at 9 o'clock.
Me too.
Earliest I probably go to bed is 11.
Are we good?
It's
Back up.
Oh, it's not like time.
Like, it was really funny. John, there was this whole like idea. John, I'm gonna Dr. Matthews.
Yeah.
Let's tell him. Yeah, let's try to the meeting will be hot. Like such a, I mean, I understand how privileged I am to like, be able to, but I'll take a night class any day. Like a lot of instructors don't want night classes. I'm like, sign me up for the night class, just, I can do mornings. Like I have to do them, all the time. Like not all the time, but I have to do them.
Yeah.
When I was working at the bank, I had to be there at 8:15.
Right.
It's just not my,
It would be your first choice.
so I have the choice of working out in the morning or at night, I choose night. Like I'd rather go to a 7 p.m. class.
That messes with my 9 o'clock bedtime.
Yeah, that would mess with your night. Because you'd be like all jacked up.
Yes, exactly.
Do you,
I go at night at 6 o'clock on Tuesdays because there's a class that I like, and then
what class? Do you go to
Body
Y?
I go to first help.
Okay. Body pump is good.
And it still jacks me up. I'm gonna have to take melatonin, but I've got to be in the bed by 9 o'clock.
I was gonna go 5, I have to be in bed.
I'm there at 5. I'm up at 4:30.
I cannot work out in the mornings, not because I can't get up, but because I get up in order to get a shower, because that's what wakes me up, and then
And I shower at night, almost always.
I do both.
I work out on my lunch break. I just go here and go on the treadmill and do whatever I need to do. Because when I get home, my life's crazy and my kids need me and there's just no time. So Amber, I say we wait until somebody comes into
Yep.
those rooms.
Yeah.
So just
And I'll be able to walk you through what to do.
yeah, I just sent Cindy and Carla and Grace an email again. Just tell them no news. We're good. I'm mute this, but.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah, for all of the satellite, but
And I'm
wondering if everybody's
it
schedule
just
is
came back on.
Should we? Okay, I'll be right back. All right, guys, for those that are here, we'll go ahead and get started because I know it's lunch and everybody's got to get out of here. But we are fortunate again today to have Shirley and Amber to do the second session of their financial wellness series. Just want to tell you, you see the blue light, so you are being recorded. If you don't want it shared, please wait till after we're done and you can come up and ask questions or send an email. We are recording and live streaming in the Pittsburgh apartment. We also have people at their desk watching it live. For those of you that are on your laptop or at your desk, if you have questions, please send them to me, dgaines@cccc.edu. I'll let the presenters know and they can answer the questions. And then after the session, hopefully by the early of next week, I'll have this available on my professional development Blackboard site. First series that they do. So,
And we also have the Blackboard course. Everybody got that email announcement that Shirley sent out. So you'll see by the end of the week, hold me to it. Okay, this is what I did. I told my students, I said, okay, I will grade your test Tuesday night before I go to sleep. I said, you have permission to nag me if you do not see it graded. And so I was happy to report that their tests were graded before I went to sleep on Tuesday night. So I need accountability. I told them this. I'm like, I need some external accountability. So feel free to nag me if you don't see that by tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, Pittsburgh.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, let me help you. So go to the computer.
Go to the computer.
All
right.
On the computer, there is a blue icon, and there's a little person inside of it, and it says Bridget.
Yep.
You'll double click that, and then there's a drop down box that you're going to accept. You just need to use your mouse and press that arrow right there on that screen. And you should join the meeting that says A. Thomas.
Join the meeting.
Yep, and the drop down fill to your right. You see that little arrow?
Yep.
Okay, and then join the meeting.
Okay. Does it need a password?
Nope.
And I hit the join. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
And you're gonna
There
go.
you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
I also forget that that camera's not plugged in, so I'm like, thanks for your help.
Yeah. Oh, you're right here. You're right here.
Thanks for your help. Okay. So I will have everything put in Blackboard, and I'll send an announcement when I do by tomorrow afternoon. Okay. So we have a lot of repeat offenders. That's what I call people that come back for more. So this is great. So just take a moment to write down any additional questions you have about budgeting after you were able to kind of sift through all the resources that we gave. And then tell me how you did with your challenge. So just take 2 minutes and jot down as much as you can to keep track of your spending, how you found any leaks in your budget.
It was really great to get some of the emails that we got too. Some of you sent some really great emails.
Okay, awesome. And so people can send email questions, right? Okay, cool. And those of you that are watching from your desk, if you want to bring me a cup of coffee, that'd be awesome. But other than that, if you have questions, feel free to email Daisha, and we'll be able to answer them in real time too.
You can make you a cup.
Huh?
You can make you a cup. I'll get one in a minute.
I'll get it in a minute. Because that's the truth that it's ceramic. All right. So what any additional questions you had about budgeting, any issues you encountered? We'll take about 5 minutes to recap. Yeah, no, you can just like, if you're comfortable discussing it, feel free. Any additional budgeting questions? No? How'd you do with your challenge?
I cheated.
Tell me, how'd you cheat?
Well, I only ever use either my debit card, and I have 2 credit cards that I use. One I use at gas stations because it's gas card, and the other is a rewards card. And so, knowing that that's the only places that I spend money, I just did it all yesterday. Like going through the thing and writing it all down yesterday.
Okay.
So,
No, that's great. I have a question for you. So I have a tendency to do the same because we put everything on one credit card, and so the worst is like over the weekend, right? During the week, you're like, oh yeah, we're at food line. I spent this many. Then over the weekend, it's like, how are there so many pending transactions? Like, I didn't realize I swiped my card at that many places. So tell me this, do you think that you would have spent less had you manually been writing it down every time you spent it?
personally, no.
Okay.
Just because oversharing time. We're in a really bad financial bind right now, like really bad because my husband's not working. And so there are no tons of pending things.
It's like the bare,
We are spending only,
Okay.
like most of what's on here is bills and weekly grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
For sure.
Makes
So,
perfect sense.
yeah, that's,
Now, maybe when there was more money, when he was working, it would make it might have made a difference if I were tracking it daily, but right now there are like, I don't know, we only have 20 days on here. And I want to say a third of them are blank. You'll spend nothing on those days.
I'll say that in a minute. Okay, what else?
I did great with my Starbucks challenge. I've gone maximum of 1 day a week.
How many times were you
That's
going?
really good.
I was going every day pretty much.
That's pretty awesome. Good job.
That's a big cutback.
That's a lot.
But the tracking it lasted like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was real dumb habit.
I was writing it down. I was really, okay, got this first week. And then after that, I was like, no.
It can become very monotonous. And there are, did anybody read the Big Wins Manifesto? Anybody see that? So it's linked in the budgeting, but I'll just kind of summarize it for you. His idea or his approach to personal finance is completely unconventional. He doesn't believe in a budget. He doesn't believe in writing things down. He doesn't believe that going to the coffee shop is necessarily a bad thing always. So the idea behind this one is that you create these big wins and like these big ideas and habits that you then apply. So for instance, like maybe it is that, you buy only what you need during these days. Maybe it's that he does like everything be automated, which is nice, right? So like maybe you set up all your bills to automatically draft the first of the month, and then you're kind of left with everything. And that's true of savings too. If you have the automatic draft and you send it directly, you're more you're more likely to not touch it than if you were to, let's say, at the end of the month, I'll transfer what's left over, right? So 2 different approaches. But his idea is that if you can, so it's kind of the same way when we think about, any habit that you're trying to reinforce. There's 2 different ways you can look at it. You can micromanage it, right, by writing down everything, or you can create kind of overarching habits or themes that you then just kind of, it's like second nature. You just apply it. Like, I go to the coffee shops on Fridays. Like, that's my coffee shop day. That's the one day of the week I go. There's like no thinking involved. So just a different approach, but interesting too, to just see someone who thinks completely different than every personal finance textbook, because every personal finance textbook will say, create a budget, stick to it, write down everything you spend, and then don't put anything on credit.
Yeah.
All this. So, all right, cool. Shirley, I'll let you.
I had a
a really good time with the
We
memes, and
thought this was really funny.
Or today.
I decided that I only want to communicate memes from now on via email. So like if you email me, I'm just gonna send back a meme. So yeah.
Yeah, we thought this was really good because, finance is really personal. It's really all about you, and we're all in different situations. And regardless of our situation, this kind of like spoke to Amber and I yesterday. We were like, oh yeah, this is so good. Because some days that's exactly how we feel, right?
Yeah.
And some months that is exactly what our finances look like. So it's good to know that there is no one answer for all of us. There's an answer that works for us, that's personal to us. So know that everything that we're giving you, there's a lot of things out there. Not everything is your thing. So pick the ones that work for you. Pick the ones that apply to you best. Make those your own, own those, and control what you can. And then it will be personal finance, because it will be yours.
So that's our goal, right? Is to provide you with this toolbox of tools, and then you kind of pick and choose what you like and you don't like. I spoke to one of my students yesterday that was using the personal budgeting sheet, and they said, yeah, like we've even made some edits, like we've added another column and we've done this and that. And I'm like, that's the cool thing is the personal finance, my goal is to teach you, or not to teach you, but to like give you resources and places to go back to that you'll remember, right? And then also to make it real. And I teach personal finance from a very realistic perspective because I've done it all. Like I have been down every single financial road. And so my goal is to help students approach the not so textbook friendly situations with not so textbook friendly answers. So, all right.
That's why Amber and I do not use textbook for that.
Yeah.
We teach it totally.
All right. So, yeah, and that's what this fall we decided, throughout the textbook because we didn't like it. Okay.
Oh, do you want me to do that while you're talking?
I'll do this part, and then if you want to scroll through. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through, and this is fun if you have kids or if you are trying to explain credit to anyone. This is a really fun way to look at it. So I'm just going to go through the pre-survey. And what I need you to do is I need to channel your student self. So when you were a student, think about your habits, how you acted. Okay. Oh yeah, I could click it. Gosh, I forget that this thing works sometimes. Okay, so what was your score on your most recent test in this class? So just let's pretend, the last class you took, what was your score? Shirley, what was your score?
Probably 95.
Oh gosh, Shirley.
I was gonna say the same thing. Thank you,
Because we're all like,
Overachievers.
we would not be teachers if we were not overachievers. Is this not true?
That is not true. Always. Okay. In this class, how many assignments have you missed or turned in late?
None.
Is there anyone else that
These
is
are
like
my
me?
people.
Are there any other marginal thinkers out there?
Individuals.
Okay. At what age did you first save money of your own? So think about
11
piggy
to
bank.
13.
Literally.
And actually saved it and actually.
In a piggy bank somehow.
Never.
How? 8?
7 to 10. Yeah.
Okay, 7 to 10. Okay.
Just didn't stay there.
When you were in school, okay, college, high school, whatever, how many clubs and organizations were you involved in? Can include sports teams, clubs, community organizations, jobs,
3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
See, this is where I would be like 6 or 7, Shirley.
I'd say that's because that's where you excel.
I know, I'm the social
You're the perfect.
All right, when was the last time you asked your parents for money? Or so think about when you were in high school, college. How often did you ask them for money?
Every day.
Okay.
Once a month.
Monthly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Embarrassing
at least
is
monthly.
too much for me.
There's a method to this madness I will show you.
Okay. So, given those results, you would have a credit score of 775.
That's good. That's pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
That's real good.
So why did we just go through this ridiculous quiz that looks at how you performed in high school or college? Ready? Okay. So each of those questions corresponded with how a credit